Hey, Cancer. Mel, Intuitive Coach here, excited to bring in your March 2025 monthly reading. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Cancer, what is going on for you in the month of March? Now, March is full of twists and turns. We have Mercury going retrograde, mid-month, Venus retrograde, at the beginning of March on the 1st. It is the kickoff to eclipse season. We have the spring equinox here in the northern hemisphere, and it's also the start of the astrological New Year's as well. So a lot taking place, and it looks like for you, there is a focus on family dynamics, legacy, family money, but we're going to tune into all areas here, including finances, health, partnerships, relationships, and we'll see what this month has in store for you. So some of your key themes, Cancer, for the month of March, you do have family showing up here, and you're also starting off with the 10 of Pentacles. So this is a really powerful time of taking a look at family dynamics. When we have retrogrades back to back and we have two significant ones such as Venus and Mercury, this is a really good time to reevaluate circumstances, situations, and partnerships, and ask yourself, what can I do to improve my life? And it's looking like it's sitting right in your sector of soul tribe and family and financial growth as well with the 10 of Pentacles. So let's dive in here, Cancer. Your first card out is family. This can be ancestral healing. For some of you, there is a new family member coming in, okay, because I see the sun here. I also have new life, and we have inner child. So this could be a family member being born, whether this is your own child, this could be a grandchild. It can also be a blending of family dynamics, or there is an emphasis here on children, whether it's your children, it can be adult children here. But it's also about legacy, and it says legacy on the family card, and that's what the 10 of Pentacles stands for as well. So this is a big month to go through maybe contracts having to do with wills or property, real estate, power of attorney. You may even be looking at birth certificates here. I feel like travel. I am getting travel. Yeah, because you have the wanderlust. So this could also be documentation to prove citizenship in some way for you, but it's also about parents and stability. And I feel like there may even be a change or a move that you are preparing for, Cancer. So I feel like there may even be an inheritance coming in, potentially from a father, or this could be money that comes to you from maybe a higher establishment or a governing agency with that emperor showing up here. It could also mean child support or family money of some sort coming in. Now you have the inner child as one of your key themes, and this has to do with the child within. Not just children around you, but this is also about you nurturing and taking care of your own inner Cancer. What does little Cancer need at this time? And I feel like there's excitement, there's happiness. Some of you may even be planning a trip. It could be a family trip here to Disneyland or Disney World, or it could be a place where there's water parks or mini golf, where you can really let yourself have fun and enjoy traveling. But I'm also getting here just happiness. It feels like happiness is surrounding you, but it's through this restructuring, because you have the Tower smack dab in the middle of your reading. But on one side, we have the 10 of Pentacles and the Sun, and the other side, we do have the 5 of Swords and the Emperor, both in reverse. So it feels like there is, again, twist and turn. So you may be affected by some of the energies that are showing up in the month of March. But I feel like you're the eye of the storm in a sense where you're still bringing happiness and joy in. Why? Because you're not letting external stuff kind of take you for a wild ride in a way. You're kind of sitting in some external chaos, but I feel like you are remaining flexible. There's something here about flexibility, but you're not hanging on. Yeah, you're not resisting the changes that are coming in here. In fact, I feel like you're welcoming them. And then you have Wanderlust. Some of you, this has to do with real estate, Airbnb, travel. This could be a good month for you to take a look at the places that you want to explore. If you're not traveling in the month of March, I definitely feel like you could be booking future travel or looking at homes to buy or your home to sell, because this can be about vacationing or expeditions. There's a map there, and the hat represents protection, and the sunglasses here means that you're able to see things from different perspectives. And then you have the camera, so there could be a bit of nostalgia, or perhaps you're writing things down at this time. Maybe taking pictures of your findings or of your memories. And I'm also getting family, like you could be visiting family at a distance, or they may be visiting you. And then at the bottom of the deck, Cancer, you do have new life showing up here. The new life card has to do with big changes. So I feel with the Tower coming in here, and the Tower isn't always bad. It can be unexpected. It can be an unexpected shift or something that comes in real quickly for you. But with the Sun and the Ten of Pentacles on one side, I feel like this is a good Tower for you, because it is rebirthing something new in your life. This is about a fresh start. It's growth. It's a new journey ahead. And right behind it, you also have education. So perhaps some of you may be going back to school. You could be launching an online course, or you could be learning some valuable lessons, or you have in the past. And this time around, you're going to react or respond differently. Okay. Now let's dive in here to the tarot. You do have the Ten of Pentacles and the Sun. And it's interesting because as I pulled the Sun, it almost feels like it shifted mid-turn, if that makes sense. So the Ten of Pentacles came out in the upright position, and then it's as if the Sun kind of twisted in my hand here to land in the upright. So it feels like some of you may have expected like worst case scenario for a situation, or you may have thought that something was going to get pulled out from underneath you, but in fact, it turns out better than you thought. When you get the Ten of Pentacles with the Sun, this is a powerful combination here of stability, financial stability, family stability, wealth. This is you building a legacy that is built on happiness and joy and sunshine. And for a lot of you, this is a family trip coming up here for you. But Cancer, I also sense that there's generational wealth. So if you are not connected to some sort of generational wealth yet, I feel like you are the one that's building this, building a legacy that you can either pass down to your family, or your family gets a sweet taste of, because it feels like everybody gets to join in on this. You could be manifesting here marriage or a soul tribe. This can be children and pets as well. Some of you, this is a month where you could be adopting a new pet, or you may be finding a location that is suitable for your family. I love this start for you, but let's go a little bit further with the Tower. So the Tower is massive restructuring. Okay, you see here that on this Tower card, and this is Aries energy as well. So we have the Sun, we have Leo out here, we have double Aries. So we have the Emperor and the Tower. And if you look at this Tower, you see that the witch is looking back at the camera, and it's almost as if she's giving the camera a little bit of a smirk. She's holding her wand there in her hand because she's the one who pointed that magic wand at the tower and it came crumbling down. And I feel like this could be something you have manifested in a way, because oftentimes the tower card can be destruction of old paradigms, old belief systems. Something internally within you has really awakened, and that may take you by surprise. You're like, whoa, where did this come from? It's been bubbling up in me, but it feels like it finally comes to your conscious awareness. And the tower can be a brand new beginning. It's a surprise. It is an awakening here. And I don't feel like you are resisting it. But there may be someone else who is resisting it in your life, because we move on here to the page. Well, there's more children. For those of you that are connected to this inner child, this could be someone's wounded inner child, although it is in the upright here. Page of Wands, someone could have maybe a young fire sign in their life, a teenager or a young adult here. This could be another Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, but the Page of Wands is adaptable. You see that there's a chameleon or a lizard right on its path here. So you are being guided to be flexible and be open at this time with this Page of Wands. But this is someone who's curious. He's a student of life. He's very creative. He is very passionate. But for some of you, this could also be some incoming messages, Cancer. Incoming messages around your career, your projects, and even your course of study. For those of you that the education card, maybe you're a teacher. Some of you are teachers here or mentors, or you work with children, but I do feel like the Page of Wands is also some news. So this could be news coming your way that helps resolve some sort of conflict having to do with authority, because the Five of Swords in reverse is better than the Five of Swords in the upright. Because if you look at the Five of Swords in the upright, there are too many cooks in the kitchen that are not producing the right recipe because there's too much ego, there's too much greed or jealousy or envy. You see on the Five of Swords here that there's a cauldron right in the middle, and the three witches, you know, one of them has all of her swords up in the air because she feels like she knows best. And then you have another witch who has her hands, you know, on her face. She just cannot believe what's going on here. And then you have another one in the back that almost looks shocked or just stunned in the circumstances. So for some of you, this Five of Swords is someone that's either taken advantage, been a little bit selfish. There could be anger, rage, poor sportsmanship. This can be the energy of bullying, even resentments, or walking away from conflict. And that's what it means when it's in reverse here, is choosing your battles. Is this worth fighting for? Is this worth addressing because we can find conflict resolution? Or sometimes it's best just to walk away. And because we have the Emperor showing up in reverse, I feel like this is someone else, or it almost feels like rebelling against authority in some way, but by doing so, you become the victor. So whether this authority figure, this Emperor, could be an ex-spouse, it could be someone such as a boss, it can be a government agency here. It just feels like the Emperor in reverse, I mean, it's not good. It's some sort of control, narcissism, greed, stability that feels unstructured or undisciplined here in some way. And it just feels like someone is trying to persuade through manipulation, and you're not having it. And that may be why the Tower is coming in here. So I feel like you are either addressing this battle or conflict, whatever that Five of Swords is, and it could even be to bring peace to your family in some way. So I feel with the Sun and the Ten of Pentacles, again, you're the eye of the tornado. You're not affected by this energy over here with this Emperor. And we have a lot of Aries energy going on in the month of March. But I feel like with this Five of Swords in reverse, like not my monkeys, not my circus. I'm going to walk away from this, or I'm going to stay calm in the face of, maybe adversity or in some sort of anger. And I just feel like you are kind of going with the flow, but you're not getting swept up in some sort of drama. So this looks to be really good for you. Let's look at health. We have a few major arcanas here. So first of all, the Sun card showing up. When it comes to health, this can be skin issues. So be mindful of, anything with the skin rashes, moles that need to get checked out here. Also, if you are visiting a place that has a little extra sunshine, or if you are getting out in the sun, vitamin D can be very, very important. Perhaps there's been lack of vitamin D, maybe a deficiency here. But also be mindful of sunburn, right? That's no fun. Or sunstroke. Now, the sun also represents heart, okay? The heart, and the heart can be at times depression or anxiety, heart disease, things of that nature. So again, this is just showing up. It is in the upright position. So I feel like you are aware, right? You're aware of what your body is trying to tell you, but just be mindful of those things because, we are looking at health. And I do feel like an extra vitamin D can benefit you. And I'm also getting red light mask. They're showing me one of those red light masks that you put on your face. Some of you could be working with red light therapy here. All right, and the tower. The tower in health can suggest maybe a sudden onset of symptoms of some sort. I mean, this could be a quick viral infection. It could even be like a bout of food poisoning here. It can be, an accident or even a confrontation here. So watch out for any illnesses that may, affect the head. This can be like migraines, or it can be strokes, meningitis, head injuries, things of that nature. It's also blood pressure because the tower, it can represent sudden changes and it can skyrocket blood pressure. So keep that in mind here as well. Sometimes the tower can represent an onset of menopause and also intense emotions here. Even though this is Aries, fiery energy, you are Cancer, you are ruled by water, and sometimes those emotions can become quite intense, affecting health. So be mindful of that this month. And like I said, if you can stay calm, if you can go with the flow versus react in a panicked state, I feel like you're going to be good to go. Now, the Emperor showing up here in reverse. So for some of you, this is maybe issues around the head. This can be the blood, the muscles. It would be a great time to start an exercise regime that'll get your blood pumping and your muscles moving here with the Emperor. Now, this can also be old injuries, old maybe sports injuries or injuries inflicted in anger, right? Maybe you stormed out of the house and you stubbed your toe or whatever it may be. It feels like there could be some sort of anger that may bubble up. And I feel like it could be from someone else here, like I mentioned, but if there's some anger that's bubbling up within you, exercise or getting that blood pumping, going for a walk can be very beneficial. And I'm also getting here animals as well. So I mentioned animals coming in. So I don't know if some of you, maybe there's been a scare with an animal here, or maybe an animal has like nipped at you, but I feel like that may be something that shows up with this Emperor in reverse. Also, another message, if you have pets, if you have a dog or a cat and they do not like a certain person, trust that. Trust that here, because I feel like there's an animal that is very loyal to you, and there may be a circumstance, a person, or a situation that your pet is picking up on. And I feel like they have those senses. Okay, so what else do we have here for health? Family. There could be a family or like something that's it runs in the family, such as like diabetes, or something that may have affected you as a child, or perhaps like it passes down in the family. I feel like that could be addressed or looked at. But ultimately, when you have the sun showing up here, Cancer, I mean, the sun is a really good omen for health. This is better health, better vitality here, more warmth. If you have any issues with circulation, maybe that is getting looked at or addressed at this time as well. But ultimately, the sunflowers lead towards the sun. They do lean towards the sun. So make sure you're getting your vitamin D filled in here. All right, what else do we have for career, finances, wealth, and money? All right, well, there's the teacher. I said that earlier here, the teacher, and I haven't even looked. I'm going along with you. But it says you have the ability to motivate others to strive to uncover their true potential. Now, some of you are teachers, mentors, or you're being called to be a motivational speaker. And she's also working with children. So your children could be learning a lot from your choices at this time if you have children. I'm also getting here a good mentor could enter your life this month. Perhaps you are mentoring others. And I really feel like you are learning a lot with that education card, right? This is about you learning maybe about money, and it's time to put it to good use. And because you have the new life card, even though we have retrogrades, it is still a good time here to think about what you want to bring about, because the equinox time and the Aries astrological New Year's is all about new beginnings. And retrograde doesn't mean, put your life on pause, like don't ever move forward. It just means reflect and make sure that you are secure within the choices that you are making moving forward. Allow for patience and flexibility at this time. But I do feel like you have what you need here, Cancer. You have the hand. Yeah, you have what you need. There you are, manifesting money. I feel with the 10 of Pentacles and the Sun, some of you, this is maybe a raise. It can be celebrating here, a raise or a promotion. Some of you may be taking some paid time off if you do work in the corporate world. I do see some of you looking into retirement as well. You may be looking to retire. If you are a business owner here, I feel like you are reaching a new level of goals by trying something differently, restructuring with that tower showing up here. And there could be help getting a job, maybe by a family member or someone that is like family to you. They could give you a shout out. They could give you a good recommendation here that ultimately gets you hired. This is financial assistance. If something was denied, okay, 5 of Swords, the Emperor in reverse, if this was a financial establishment or organization where it was denied originally, I feel like there's good news here. There's another path opening up where there will be some sort of acceptance or approval this time around. Even if you've been denied 3 times or 10 times, it just feels like there's something big coming in here for you, maybe after a denial. Next, we have the gift. I love that. This is giving and receiving. It could be a sudden windfall with that tower. This could be generosity, financial support. It can be a work surprise and a vacation, which we've been talking about here. So some of you may be going on a business vacation, but maybe you're able to take a spouse or you're able to take family here. Perhaps you are a business owner, but you are traveling and you can write some of those expenses off because you're doing a little bit of business as well. And then lastly, look at that. You have financial relief coming in. It feels for some of you, perhaps you did have to pay. Maybe you thought you had to pay a little more in taxes, or you actually get some sort of finances back here in some way, because you have financial relief showing up twice. Well, you have financial assistance and then financial relief. So I do feel some sort of help coming in here, or again, a raise, a promotion, a windfall, maybe some sort of settlement, because this is about job security. It's about being content, being in a role that has the potential to grow. It is expanding here with the rose, and it is about you loving what you do. And for those of you that feel like you've lost that emotional connection, there may be a rebuild happening. Some of you, quite literally, you're rebuilding a home. This could be in your personal life here, because the 10 of Pentacles and the Tower, it feels for some of you like you've maybe outgrown a home, or you may need a bigger space, or some of you may even be looking to downsize here as well. You may want to move or transfer. There may be a transfer coming in for a career or a job, and you may be moving because of that. And rebuild keeps coming in. So someone is rebuilding their structure. They may be looking at financial structures here, maybe looking at, extensions. I'm getting extensions. Now this could be extensions with filing. Perhaps you are, extending a contract here. Yeah, extensions is coming in. What else do we have for career? We're hiring, job search. So some of you are looking for a new position here, and maybe there has been a little bit of conflict and adversity that has stopped you from kind of moving gears, moving directions. But with the Sun and the 10 of Pentacles, I mean, you could get a job offer that lands you into a long-term role, right? It may have great benefits. It could be a place that you really are able to support your family and grow into. So I like that. Oh, remember what I said about some sort of rejection? It feels like after rejection, maybe this was a loan that was denied, or it was, a financial contract of some sort. It may have felt denied, but then I feel like it goes through and then it is approved. That makes sense. We have responsibilities here. Every single sign has been getting this card, Cancer, and it feels like this could be a heavy month of responsibilities and reshuffling what those responsibilities look like. Taking a look at your priorities and asking yourself, is this a priority when it comes to your spending? Are you financially okay with spending your money on a membership or a subscription that you no longer use? So I feel like you're restructuring and you're saying, wait, what? I've been being charged for this on my credit card, but I haven't used it for 6 months. Or there may be some responsibilities that are needing delegation, maybe around the home. If you have family here, you could be splitting up some tasks and telling, family members to kind of pitch in here. How can you all work together as a team? If you have, teen children, even younger children, you can have them pick up their toys, and you can have teens do some chores around the house, or maybe go pick up the grocery pickup, maybe even having husband or wife, do something that it just feels more balanced instead of it feeling like it's all on your shoulders. And for those of you that are maybe single and there's not a lot of help, I feel like you could be reaching out to resources of some sort to help take off some of these responsibilities. So resources could be financial resources, emotional resources, people, friends, therapists. But I feel if you've been carrying a lot of weight on your shoulders, that can affect the back region. So be mindful of the back, specifically the shoulders and the arms here. But I do sense that there's a reconfiguring, restructuring with that Tower. All right, let's look at love. What do we have here for love? All right, love isn't looking too bad, actually. I see that you've gone through something. There's the 5 of Swords, right? Because this ship card to me is like the 6 of Swords. So you've gone through something with this maybe Emperor in reverse. And I feel like you've cut ties or you've moved on here. Maybe you've received what you've needed, but now you have progressed. Now you have arrived at a place in your life, your partnerships, your maybe romance. This could be family dynamics, matters of the heart. I do feel like you are choosing healthier options. You have healthy choices here. This can be choosing self-love and self-care above all. This can be you choosing to love life, right? To love the life that you live in here and being happier. That's why you have the sun. Now, some of you could be getting married, or you are spending time with family and just enjoying what life has to offer. You could be making better choices with your food, okay? With the food, some of you, I feel like you are looking at like your health in a way that may have to do with your image. So maybe you're trying to lose some weight, or you may be taking a look at how you age, and maybe just taking better care of yourself by drinking more water and getting some good healthy exercise. And I feel like you are wanting to really love fully the body that you are in. And you're also choosing to interact with people that have depth. I feel like you don't want to deal with people who are dramatic or that are entangled in any sort of drama, third party energy, or just have tons and tons of baggage. Now, everyone has a past. Everyone has, a history, but I feel like you aren't dealing with that here. You have the blowing a kiss. Whenever I get the blowing a kiss card, it reminds me of the movies where, the female, I mean, it can be a male or female, they're walking out of some sort of destruction and they throw a match on it and everything blows up, and they're walking in slow motion and kind of just blowing a kiss to the past, and they come out unscathed. That's kind of what I'm getting here with the blowing a kiss. But some of you, it just feels like you are walking away from a past situation that may have crumbled down in a way, but you're starting fresh here. You are starting on maybe more stable grounding with the 10 of Pentacles. It feels like you may have even addressed some family drama, or you've taken a look at your debt, right? Material wealth and emotional well-being. It feels like that was off kilter, and that's why the Tower happened. All right, emotional or spiritual well-being and the material world were not in collaboration. It feels like it may have been all of one or all of the other, but it wasn't balanced. Like there was a lot of, focus or emphasis on work, maybe overworking, or just a lot of drama that may have created an imbalance in the family, or a lot of you felt like you were buried in debt. And I just feel like that the Tower is coming in to rebalance those scales here, because this is giving and receiving. When it comes to love, this is about affection being returned, and that's what's balancing out here. If something was one-sided, I feel like you're saying, I want it to be balanced, and I'm willing to do what I need to do in order for this to be restored. Whether it's with someone or whether you choose to honor yourself and that other person by, exiting. But I feel like you're in a healthy space mentally and physically, or at least you're getting there here. And then lastly, we have the teddy bear. For those of you that are looking for love, I feel like there is an opportunity to flirt, to be lighthearted with that sun. You may not know it now, but you could be meeting someone who could be your long term. All right. And it may take you by surprise. I mean, this Tower could be, meeting someone, and maybe some of you are going through a divorce currently, or you're going through some sort of separation because you're choosing your health first. And it may surprise you to find somebody so suddenly after maybe an ending. And for others of you, I feel good. Despite the Tower in the middle here, I just feel like this is a Tower that has been initiated on your behalf. And this is flirting. Someone could be flirting heavily with you, Cancer. This can be a blooming romance that's based on a good solid friendship and happiness and playfulness, but also a deep understanding of family ideals, a deep understanding of shared beliefs and a shared life together and what that may look like. So you may be having some deep talks in the future, or maybe you have, but ultimately I feel like this is a month to have fun. Have fun in the best possible way you can, laugh and play, because there's a lot happening this month. And sometimes this Emperor in reverse can be very, very serious. So we don't want to be so serious this month. Otherwise, that Tower we could cling to, and we don't want to do that. All right, last but not least, your archetype for the month, Cancer, is the poet. Now, the poet is, a very poetic, very Venus ruled energy, I feel. And we have Venus going retrograde on the 1st of March. So for those of you that have Venus placements in your chart, but even if you don't, it's a really good time to take a look at your relationships. It's a good time to take a look at the relationship with self. And let me just pull up the poet here for you. This is the artist, the witness, and the truth teller. The poet's work is to feel immensely and not be afraid. They must seek out truth in the darkest corners of the world and carry it back for all to see. This unique capacity resides within us all, regardless of our relationship to creativity. When the poet energy is present, there is a call for deep honesty and reflection, for seeing the big picture within the little one. The poet rides effortlessly between the personal and universal. It's possible that others may not seem to listen or care about the poet's work, but do not be discouraged. The words of the poet ring true for centuries to come, soothing the wounds of despair and violence that captivate our world. The poet's work is never finished. Find your voice and trust that the wind will carry it. It's likely there is a poem or poet that was meaningful to you at a young age. Revisit and reread it now. Be open to its message. I love that. That could be part of the inner child. If you have a poet that you loved, or a special poem, or maybe one that you wrote, if you are willing to share it, drop it in the comment section. I would love to hear it. I'll also enter you into the free reading giveaway. Now, the poet is related to the shaman and the bridge. These archetypes hover in the meeting place between the everyday and the sacred. Now, when this is in the light aspect, which it is because we have the sun, right? The sun is the light. This is clairvoyant. This is wise, right? It's wisdom, but it's also timeless. When it's in the dark, which can be the Emperor in reverse, it can be harmful words, sharp tongue, thwarted creativity. If you want to go deeper into this poet archetype, spend 1 hour reading poetry, then one more. Beautiful. I love that for you. This is going to be a very powerful month for you in 2025. So Cancer, if this resonates with your beautiful souls, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And if you haven't already jumped on board the Soul Saturday sessions, where I show up face to face to have some really deep and meaningful conversations with you, and I deliver the channeled messages, and I'll also be answering your questions in the following videos, so stay tuned. I'll also link those collective readings at the end of this video. And thank you so much for tuning in, Cancer. I'm sending all of you lots of love.